I can't see the screen. Phone is overheating. Hello everybody, it's been a long time since I went live. And let's put that back out like, oh yeah. So that's Jordan. That's Jordan behind me. I can't read your comments because I've got the wrong glasses on. Down there, down, not on my side, but on the other side, that's Saudi Arabia. And down that way, just round that bend, that's Egypt. So I'm at the edge of Israel. I think it's about less than a kilometre even to the border. And then just the other side is a town called Taba in Egypt. Somebody posting Palestinian flags. Good luck to you. There's no such place, and there will never be. Oh my God, is it all going crazy in America, huh? Funnily enough, I'm down here selling stuff, delivering stand-up paddle boards, in case you were wondering. Don't ask, it's a business. And we apparently just sold one to a gorilla of a policeman and his gorilla friends. So much so that my partner who sold the board said that he has to buy the carbon fibre paddle next week, because otherwise this 130 kilo guy is going to snap the paddle we just sold him. Anyway. Oh, what did I want to talk about? Yes, all of this Google stuff. Google. So Google pulling adverts off the Federalist and Zerohedge. Of course, Zerohedge. Zerohedge, that's an interesting one. Let's talk about Zerohedge and Twitter first. So back when the whole COVID thing kicked off, Wuhan flu, I got myself a case of Wuhan flu. When that was all kicking off, Zerohedge came out very early with a very good article, which was entirely credible to me, saying that it didn't come from bat flu at a wet market, that this flu came from the only level 4 biological weapons research agency, which was a couple of kilometers from the market with the bats, which doesn't have bats. And for this transgression, Zerohedge which had hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter, was knocked off Twitter almost immediately. And what do you know? On Friday last week, or Thursday, Twitter came out, or Stanford came out with a report saying that Twitter had hundreds of thousands of Chinese fake accounts. Well, they weren't even fake accounts. They were probably real people in China running large numbers of accounts to attack people. Oh, what's this? I can't be bothered to ban people. Anyway, once Twitter, basically deleted all these bots, it would appear that almost coincidentally, Zerohedge are allowed back onto the site, and Twitter says, oh yeah, we made a bit of a mistake knocking you off in the first place. Could it be that mass reporting by Chinese agents got Zerohedge knocked off the Twitters? And if that's the case, then why would Chinese agents have wanted to knock Zerohedge off? Could it be because their report about the biological level 4 weapons plant being the source of the Wuhan flu that has just crippled the entire world's economy and locked us in our houses for months, and all the other horrific side effects for the West? Could it be that Zerohedge were right? Of course it is. Anyway, and now we've got Google take at the behest of a British NGO. Now, I haven't had time to look into this properly. My friend Commander Dyer, former US Navy intelligence, she's written a great piece. I'm assuming it's a great piece. I haven't had a chance to read it because I've been driving all day. She's written a great piece that traces back this current anti-commercialization of the internet. So somebody has gone to Google and cried at them and said, please don't allow your adverts to run on these two sites, the Federalist and Zerohedge. And one of the reasons that Google has given is they've said that Federalist runs comments, and the comment section might contain views that, disagree with the ultra far left orthodoxy of the Google empire. And so they've just banned their source of revenue. Now, I'm no stranger to this. I was knocked off of Facebook. Tommy was knocked off of Facebook. All his videos are demonetized on YouTube. I'm demonetized on YouTube. We've seen it all before. Google is a tyrannical rex, a king, and they need to be knocked out, which is, of course, why they are a party to our suit. And I'll give you a quick little update on the lawsuit, because it may seem like nothing's happening, but oh my God, we are working on it, and the bits that are being worked on now, which is the detailed statement of claims, is just getting better and better. We keep finding more evidence, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we're putting this all into a big package that's going before a very, very senior barrister in Australia. That review, which we'll get back in a few weeks' time, I think that review is going to be it's going to be lit. It's going to be on fire. This is the case. We're suing, remember, just for those of you who don't know, we're suing in Australian court over the banning of the advertising of cryptocurrencies by first Facebook, then Google, then Twitter. And the more we look into it, and the more it seems obvious that Facebook knew exactly what it was doing. Facebook took this action to destroy a market that it was scared of. It was scared. It is scared. It's terrified of decentralized systems, like the one I use every day called Hive. A decentralized social network, not controlled by anybody, not able to even be taken over by anybody. We just had an incident where somebody thought they could buy what was Steam, a social network built on a blockchain called Steam. He bought a company called Steemit, and he thought he got the blockchain and the whole system with it, but he didn't. And when he did things we didn't like, the community forked the software, created something called Hive overnight, and overnight Hive is worth more than Steam. It's an astonishing situation. So the reason why Facebook is so terrified of blockchain-based social media, and why they worked so hard to destroy it with their illegal advertising ban, is because they realized they couldn't acquire these companies built on blockchain technology. They couldn't acquire them at any cost. And so they represent these blockchain startups in both finance and all the other things. And in search, there is going to be a blockchain alternative to Google search. It is going to come, and it is going to cause enormous disruption to Google's business. And the whole advertising business is ripe for change. Everybody knows that it's a rip-off, that Facebook and Google together control 90% of the online advertising in the world. It's insanity. It's totally anti-competitive. And there are things we can do, and we're going to do them in Australia. But, this thing of just knocking Federalist and Zerohedge out of their monetization, that's just what you do when you are a monopoly power and you've got an ideological far-left Marxist staff that's driving you in ridiculous directions. So anyway, Tommy's also been an interesting story over the last few weeks, but I'll save that for another Periscope. I am live from the beach in Eilat. Let's get the background into exposure a little bit. We've been driving around like crazy, delivering. We get to stop at the beach for an hour and a half before we go all the way back to Tel Aviv. It's like a 4-hour drive each way. But, the benefits are, well, they're okay. Sargon was demonetized years ago. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for listening. See you soon.